Greetings from the top of the world, where the local time here is 3:45 in the afternoon. But you know what? These are the days of the midnight sun, so it might as well be 3:45 in the morning, because when you can see the sun, it shines 24 hours a day up here at the top of the world. There's plenty of light from the night sky. Behind me is the Arctic Ocean, and you're not seeing things. That's an enormous block of ice, otherwise known as an iceberg. The actual North Pole is 1,100 miles that away. Now you're probably wondering, why are we here? Would you believe a football camp at the top of the world on a blue piece of synthetic turf?
FBU Alaska on three, be nice and loud. 1, 2, 3, FBU Alaska!
And 6 retired NFL players and coaches are here with Football University, FBU, a group dedicated to teaching football technique to the next generation of elite athletes. After touching down on Friday night, the FBU contingent had to stay out of sight until Saturday afternoon. Offensive line coach Irv Eatman, defensive backs coach Perry Williams, quarterbacks coach Chris Miller, running backs coach Blair Thomas, receivers coach Andre Rison, and linebackers coach John Fonts tried to keep a low profile. The local athletes were told they were coming to a football clinic. They had no idea that 6 NFLers had come to the top of the world to coach them. Irv Eatman, all 6'8" and 300 pounds of him, had a particularly difficult time laying low late Friday into early Saturday. Maybe it was that white velour sweatsuit.
Well, my clothes didn't show up, on the flight, so I'm figuring that my only other option, since I may be the biggest guy in this part of the world, that I may have to go out and punch a polar bear in the face and take his outfit.
I want to thank you guys for letting us come down and be a part of your wonderful story when it comes to football here in Alaska. And let me introduce, who are my quarterbacks? Raise your hand, quarterbacks. Come on up, guys, come on up. Get my quarterbacks up here.
Starting with the passers, players came up to the stage where they watched a highlight reel of their position coach from back in the day.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Miller.
It's just seriously amazing. I couldn't imagine a program of FBU's caliber coming up here to pretty much teach Barrow and the surrounding villages on the slope how to play football. It's just, specifically the techniques of football, it's just amazing.
Barrow, Alaska. I love it. I've been around the whole world, but I haven't been to the top of the world. And now I'm actually at the top of the world, so it's kind of a good feeling. And then when I met the kids, that was sugar on the top.
1, 2, 3, ready? Oh! Ooh, not bad for the first try. Let's do it one more time. Let's dial it up one more time. Here we go, get the hands going. 1, 2, 3, oh! All right, nice job. That's it, good balance. Can I lean on you now? Can I lean on you? All right.
I'll tell you what, we're at the top of the world right now. We're in Barrow, Alaska, and I'm loving it. I got a great group. Doesn't get any better. A lot of people didn't think they played football up here, but that's the great thing about football. We play it everywhere, and they even play it up here, and they know how to play it damn well.
Over with the linemen, one player said he dreaded a certain drill because he wasn't very good at it.
Practice the things you don't do well, guys. You know what? And it's human nature to want to practice things you do well. But that's no good. That's no good, because all you do is get better at the things you already know how to do. You don't get any better at the things you don't do well. Okay? So force yourself to practice the things you don't do well.
Good change of direction, transition. Body lean and body balance is important. Over here. Coach is going to give you the ball. Now look at me now. Keep your head up. Good body balance. Go. Come on. That's it. Back. Come on. Quick. That's it. Get out. Go. Come on. Sit. Go. Good. I like it. Better.
The curriculum at FBU is equal parts football and real-world instruction.
You don't want to destroy your well-being and perhaps your family's well-being by making a stupid decision. Trying to be a tough guy. Well, you know where most of the tough guys are? You're in 2 places. You're dead or in jail. Neither one of them is a real good place to be.
Go mad. What did that mean? Go make a difference in your life. Anything is possible. And that's all it is. It's believing that you can achieve in life.
And I proved to all the naysayers that I could do something. And you can prove it too. No matter where you begin, it's how you end. Just go mad and make a difference, okay? Good luck to you guys.
But the experience of being on the North Slope of Alaska and meeting its people also left its mark on the FBU staff.
Barrow High, Wales. Go FBU. I'm freezing.
But not so freezing that 3 in the FBU contingent could be deterred from braving the icy cold waters of the Arctic Ocean.
When you come this far, you might as well get a great experience from the whole thing. It was very refreshing, very cold, but it was one of the best things that I could say I accomplished.
They were all out of water, I think, in under 25 seconds. In my mind, they're 3 of the dumbest guys I've ever seen, and probably 3 of the bravest, so I guess you could put the 2 together. Andre, he was impressive. You know, he went down and he didn't hesitate. You know, he got a full speed run and ran in. Matt, he did a nice job going in. He had full submersion, so I was impressed with that. The MVP goes to Blair Thomas. I mean, he went in, dove in head first like, you know, like a real man.
I came up from Oregon on 5 different airplanes. Took about a day to get up here. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, to come up here and see your village, we took a tour on the school bus to get to come up here and see the type of environment you guys live in. You know, we have a genuine appreciation for how y'all live up here. The ice rolling in on the Arctic Ocean was awesome.
I really don't even want to talk about football. I know you guys, some of you guys are eager to learn about it, but I want to talk to you about life. Talk to you about life. Life, man.
As you might imagine, there are not a lot of activities in the Arctic. These kids, we have a lot of kids from broken families, and getting to spend 2 to 3 hours a day with positive male role models, knowing that they're cared about, it gives the boys a lot of pride, and I think because of that, we're going to change the future for a lot of these boys.
I've always felt like, you know, as a coach, my greatest obligation was to inspire kids to be the best they can be, whether it be on the football field or whether it be in a classroom or whatever.
We had terrible dropout rate. We had more kids dropping out than graduating. We put a survey out, and overwhelming. I mean, in the villages and in Barrow, the #1 thing kids wanted to do was play football.
Messing with drugs, skipping school, missing out on something, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna come see you. Well, I'm gonna have my goon squad here. I got a goon squad here already. I'm gonna have my goon squad see you. I'm telling you.
And all of a sudden, our attendance rates in the fall went up, our attendance rates in the spring went up, our completion rates went up, our graduation rate went up, and the previous high school principal would tell you she attributed all to football.
Everybody say polar bear on one. One. Polar bear. Everybody say polar bear on one. One. Polar bear. Polar bear, baby. The go route. Wait, everybody. Don't come out.
In Barrow, Alaska, I'm Jake Downey reporting for Football University.